As we all know, the visual is heavily present in advertising. In fact, consumers are often inundated with the visual through advertisements, and we encounter these advertisements on TV, on websites, billboards, magazines, newspaper, social media, the list goes on and on. And in these advertisements, companies display the products that they're trying to sell and try to persuade the consumer to buy the product. And the images that are used in advertising can have a really strong impact on the individuals who engage with the advertisements. For example, they might see what a model looks like and envision themselves looking the same way as that model. There's a very visual appeal and a visual suggestion that happens here. And advertisers are trying to find ways to compel some kind of response to the audience that they are trying to persuade using the images that they are selling. So this could be from the way that the clothing fits, to the visual creation of a storyline, to the colors within the advertisements, the styles, etc. And one example of this that comes to my mind immediately are with characters in commercials. So I don't know how much TV y'all watch, but there are certain characters that are associated with different companies. For example, there's Jake from State Farm, there's Flo from Progressive, and there are those two characters on the Sonic commercial, and it's the same two guys in every single commercial. And so whenever you see these commercials, if you are familiar with these characters, that's going to sort of endear the company towards you and compel the response that the company wants. Now, when it comes to compelling a response, one of the most compelling things that advertisers do is they often use sex to try and sell a product. There's actually a saying that says sex sells. And sex can be a very compelling argument in an advertisement. It can create a response with relative ease when the message or image is presented in a way that suggests that the use of this product can make you feel good too. And Carl's Jr. is actually notorious for using sex to sell their hamburgers. However, these images can often have a potentially really strong and detrimental impact on people's psyches. A lot of times these sex sells images are unrealistic images of men and women that are used simply to sell products. And so it can actually have a backfiring effect where people see these images of these super gorgeous models and they think to themselves, well, I'm never going to look like that. It's just unrealistic, and it can actually make people feel really bad about themselves. So there's an ethical question to be had about whether we should use sex to try and sell products in advertising. So as we can see, the visual is super strong in advertising, and it's in fact one of the main ways that we engage with advertising is through the visual.